Guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'll be answering a question which I've been asked many times by you guys over the last few months. Since I made a video using my iPad Pro, a lot of you guys have been asking what device is better for trading, the iPad Pro or the MacBook Air. So in today's video, I'll try making that decision a little bit easier for you by breaking down what I believe are some of the pros and cons of each device. As always guys, please leave a like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so let's start by looking at the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro is an overall great device. In fact, it's probably one of the most popular pieces of technology currently available. You either have one or you want one. The iPad Pro can almost do anything you throw at it without any problems. The machine is overkill and possesses more power than necessary. However, can an iPad Pro do everything a trader needs? The answer to that question is simply yes. The iPad Pro can do everything your average trader would need, and more. Your average trader requires a platform to execute trades on which the iPad Pro has. Your average trader needs access to a platform on which they can carry out technical analysis, which the iPad Pro has. Your average trader needs to be able to access fundamental news events, which the iPad can. Not only can you do all these things, but it makes doing all these things a lot more enjoyable. For example, analysing charts with a touchscreen display, being able to execute trades without having to use your phone, being able to multitask. Also the ease of using the iPad Pro wherever you are. Unlike a laptop which can be heavy and bulky, the iPad Pro is lightweight and portable, which makes using it anywhere so easy. The iPad Pro by itself is a great device, however when you combine it with the Apple Pencil, it's a whole different experience. The Apple Pencil is a great accessory for anyone with an iPad to have. However, it is extremely useful for a trader, as a trader will be spending a lot of their time analysing charts on an app such as TradingView. It is possible to analyse charts on the iPad using just your fingers, however the accuracy and precision you get with the Apple Pencil is on a whole nother level. And if you really want to take your iPad Pro experience to the next level, I suggest grabbing the Magic Keyboard. Even though it will set you back £200 to £300, the Magic Keyboard completely changes the way you use your iPad. If you are enjoying the video so far guys, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so now let's take a look at the M1 MacBook Air. Like all of Apple's products, the MacBook Air is a great device. However, what really stands out for me about the MacBook Air is the design. The MacBook Air is an extremely thin and lightweight device, which makes taking it around effortless. I previously had the MacBook Pro, and you can definitely tell the weight difference between the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air. On top of the great design, the MacBook Air is an extremely powerful device. With the new M1 chip, the MacBook Air smashes anything you throw at it, whether it be your basic day-to-day tasks or running heavy software. Also, when it comes to battery life, you will not be disappointed. The battery in the new M1 MacBook Air is extremely impressive. With my previous laptop, I was always struggling with battery. As a trader, I'm always checking the charts on TradingView, which usually ends up draining the battery. However, with the M1 MacBook Air, I can confidently look at the charts without having to worry about the battery dying, and get through the whole day without needing to charge it. So can the MacBook Air do everything a trader needs? As we mentioned earlier, the three most important things that a trader needs to be able to do is 1. Execute a trade, 2. Carry out technical analysis, and 3. Carry out fundamental analysis. So let's start by looking at what it's like to execute a trade on the MacBook Air. When it comes to executing trades on the MacBook Air, it isn't as straightforward as it is on the iPad Pro. On the iPad Pro, you simply download MetaTrader 4 or CTrader. However, on the MacBook Air, you can't just simply access MetaTrader 4, as it was primarily designed to run on Windows. However, you can use CTrader by simply downloading the software. Of course, this all depends on whether or not your broker supports these platforms. So in conclusion, I'd say the MacBook Air kind of lets you execute trades. However, it could be better. Secondly, let's take a look at what it's like to carry out technical analysis on the M1 MacBook Air. Carrying out technical analysis on the M1 MacBook Air is extremely straightforward. You simply go on Safari or the search engine of your choice and search for TradingView. In my opinion, I definitely prefer doing my chart analysis on the MacBook Air, as it has a larger display which allows me to see a lot more price action and price history. Also, I find using the trackpad on the MacBook Air a lot easier and quicker than using the touchscreen on the iPad Pro. However, it's definitely more enjoyable to analyze charts on the iPad Pro using the Apple Pencil. So I'd say the M1 MacBook Air is a perfect device for carrying out technical analysis. Lastly, let's take a look at fundamental analysis on the M1 MacBook Air. Fundamental analysis simply requires you to check on economic news events and see how they may affect the markets. So visiting sites such as FT, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance and other financial websites, the MacBook Air can easily do this. However, I do prefer monitoring fundamentals on the iPad, as I can download certain apps such as FT and Yahoo Finance, which notify me on major events which may help my trade entries. So now let's take a look at a few things that I don't like about each device, starting with the iPad Pro. When analysing charts, you want to be able to see as much price history as possible. With the iPad Pro, you are slightly limited to how much price action you can view on your screen. As we can see here, the MacBook Air shows us a bigger picture compared to the iPad Pro. Another downside to the iPad Pro for a trader is that it can sometimes be very time consuming to analyse charts, as you have to keep dragging the screen around using the touchscreen. As fun as it is, the whole process is a lot more efficient on the MacBook using the trackpad. Another downside to the iPad will be the total cost of the device. The iPad alone starts from £1,000 for the 256GB model, and if you want to grab the Apple Pencil and Magic Keyboard, you're looking at well over £1,500. However, if you're a student, you can grab it for slightly cheaper. So if you're a student or know someone who is a student, I suggest checking out Apple's education store. I'll leave a link to it down below. And then you have the M1 MacBook Air, which starts from £1,000 for the 256GB model, and it already has a keyboard and trackpad built into it. And of course, if you're a student, you can get it even cheaper. Instead of paying £1,000, you'd be paying £898. When it comes to the M1 MacBook Air, I can't think of any cons from a trader's point of view. The machine does everything a trader would need it to do. So what are my final thoughts? I think both devices are amazing, and that if you were to buy either of them, you would not be disappointed. If you are thinking of buying either of these for Christmas, I'd say go for it. However, a suggestion I would make is that if you already own a perfectly working laptop or desktop, I would go for the iPad Pro. On the other hand, if you do not already own an iPad Pro or a working laptop, I'd say go for the M1 MacBook Air. Or if you want, grab both of them. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. If you made it this far into the video, I hope you enjoyed it and it helped you out. I'll leave 2 videos on the screen that you guys might find helpful. If there's any other videos that you guys would want me to make, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram at ja_tipsfortrading. Alright guys, take care and I'll catch you in the next one.